what we're seeing this morning. Mary, good morning. Earlier this week on Monday, everybody was selling. We had seen a cataclysmic drop for stocks. And then all of the talk about the U.S. stimulus efforts, the U.S. central bank pumping money into the market. Since then, it has been an absolute rocket ride to the upside. This morning, I've got the TSX up by more than 400 points. The Dow has surged by 800 since Monday. The TSX, the Canadian benchmark, is up by more than 18% in a 3-day time frame. Never before have we seen this type of activity. This is all about stimulus efforts because the U.S. economy is creaking in a big way right now, as you might expect. Companies are closing their doors. They're temporarily laying off staff in pretty much every sector of the economy. And what did we just see over the past week? More than 3 million Americans filing for first-time unemployment benefits. Never before seen a number that big. The previous record for unemployment benefits on a weekly basis, 1982, at around 600,000. So we have seen, again, the economy take a massive nosedive near term, but because of all of this stimulus cash coming in, it is just propping up stocks globally this morning, and a major rally for a third day in a row.
Wow, 3 million Americans, and Ottawa expects about 4 million Canadians will apply for EI2.
That's this benefit, this Canada benefit that the Trudeau government announced with its $107 billion stimulus plan. It's $2,000 per month, and that is taxable, interestingly enough. You have to take $200 off the top, so it's about $1,800. Nevertheless, we're going to see that drawdown on Ottawa. The provinces are coming out with their own fiscal stimulus efforts, deferring tax payments, all these other things, just to get the economy through this near-term pandemic. And the issue, though, is, even with all of the money that's being talked about at the federal level, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business is saying, look, it's great that employees are getting a backstop to pay the rent, but a lot of small businesses are going to be closing their doors permanently because they cannot afford to pay the bills if this lasts for any length of time. So that might be the next phase of some type of stimulus talk, if there isn't.
Wow, what a mess. And real quick, Mike, Boeing had a pretty big bounce too.
This is the focus, I think, on Wall Street this week and why the market has gone up as much as it has. The U.S. stimulus plan includes money for distressed industries. So that's airlines, casinos of all things, the energy sector, anybody getting hit by the downturn. So Boeing, of course, has had all sorts of problems, right? So this week on Monday, the share price hit $87 US. That was almost a third of where it was a year ago. This morning, it's at 171. It has gone up by almost 50% over 3 days because they're going to be getting some cash. And, that is the microcosm of Wall Street because Boeing's a Dow component company, one of the 30 industrial stocks that make up the Dow. And that stock alone yesterday attributed to almost 40% of the Dow's daily upward move. It's just every crisis. I'll tell you a quick story. Every crisis, whether it's 87 or the Asia currency crisis or the financial crisis of 2008-09, we always say, never seen anything like this before. And that's exactly what we're seeing in this pandemic.
It
is head-spinning and exhausting for everybody
We will certainly
involved.
Remember this time in history, and we'll be talking about it for years to come. Thank you so much, Mike.